Hey guys, welcome back. A couple of days ago, I saw Danny Sheehan talking to Jeffrey Mishlove on the new Thinking Aloud. If you don't know who those two people are, I suggest you learn. Jeffrey Mishlove has a show called Thinking Aloud, has been doing that show since the early 90s or maybe even the 80s. And of course, Danny Sheehan's the hotshot lawyer, been trying to get this UFO stuff out. And he's worked on a lot of top-notch cases, and he's trying to bring this to us now. There's a lot of shit hitting the fan right now. There's a lot of people that Bill Barr is coming out talking about how we can communicate with these things with our mind. The tapes with those kids coming out, the telepathy tapes where the kids are able to read the minds of the parents, and they can prove that, and they do so on TV, so you can watch. So there's a lot of things about this world that's a mystery, and we haven't been exposed to. I myself have been trying to get out some of the mysteries of what's going on that I've kind of stowed from others, like Terence McKenna. I kind of believe that he's on the righteous path. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it feels like it is. And if you've ever done these ancient and spiritual plants, you'll see that it's real. It's not something you're imagining. It's not something that you think is happening. It's something very real and outside your understanding, because when you explain it, you're explaining a world that you've never been to, and so you can explain it in very detail, in a lot of very detailed manner. You can describe it, and it's way more detailed than the world that we live in now. Anyway, there's a lot of things going on that we need to wrap our mind around. And a lot of people are going to have a hard time believing this stuff, especially they spent most of their life debunking it. Like myself, I fit that category. I was one of those people wouldn't watch or listen to anyone saying this until I had an experience. And then I find myself yelling in the dark with no one listening. But there are people that know about it, and there are people that are listening. And we get to be a part of this, you and I, right now. So the best thing for all of us to do is to communicate. Like I always say, start a channel right now. You can see me. I'm not that smooth of an operator. My channel is kind of bumpy. I'm working along. I'm trying to figure it out. I've never done anything like this before in my life. This is completely out of my wheelhouse. I don't understand hardly any of it, but I'm trying. And if you don't start a channel, at least support one. Support one that is trying to work towards the common good. You can support mine. One way of supporting this is giving a thumbs up, hitting that bell, letting the algorithm know that you're listening. And we need to let Washington know that we're listening and we're watching. We are watching you. We're watching you, Washington. We're listening to you, Washington. Now, a lot of stuff is coming out, but they've been holding back a lot of stuff, and they're not going to come out with everything. It's up to us to drain this swamp dry, to wring out every bit of information. We need to stop the fighting around the world, which my personal guess is this has a lot to do with it. We've been left out of everything, so we don't know. We're like little kids coming into a world that we don't understand. But it's time we understand there are people out there that do know about this stuff. So like I said, hit the like, prescribe, start a channel or support one that is, because it's not easy. Most of us out here are just doing this with a clicker and a phone, and that's it. So support us. We will get more information to you, real information, true information, and we won't blunt it or keep it hidden from you. We'll put out everything we can. And I've got no top secret information. Everything I'm hearing is through the grapevine, the same place you can find it. If you click around and look around and dig deep in this subject, you'll find everything that I'm finding and find the people to listen to. I'm nobody special. I'm just trying to put this information out. Anybody that will listen, I'm trying to put it out. That's what we should be listening to. The kind of the crazy people we used to call them. Now it looks like the shoe's on the other foot. The crazy people, it's the other way around. The crazy people are not the ones telling you it's not real. Them are the crazy people. The crazy people are the ones telling you the truth, that it is real. And we've been mistaking these things for angels and demons and monsters and gods for centuries. Let's do something about it. This is the year 2025. We're more modern than we have been, but we're not as modern as we could be. And that's a shame. All the people that's died of cancer and stuff that you know in your neighborhood, in your life, could have been prevented perhaps, because ever since there was cameras and TVs, they've been talking about having cures for these things. And if that's true, and they've had cures for these things for over 100 years, then everybody you know, your family, your dad, your mom, your sister, your brother, people in your family, best friends, friends of the family, all that died for no reason. Just because the government didn't want you to have a cure, an answer for something that's bad. We have got a mess. We point our fingers to other countries and stuff, but we've got a mess. Our country is messed up. Lying to its people for this long, allowing all the things that went on with it, the probably, I hate to even say it, but probably murders, threats, and all kinds of things that we've heard are probably real. And that brings along the rest of it. If this UFO thing is real, that means the abductions are real. I mean, there's a lot of this other stuff that's real that we need to start paying attention to. We shouldn't be afraid of it. There's something about it when you're fearful, or at least in my opinion, they seem to want to back off. Now, they could be just, if they can fool your mind, they can make you believe whatever they want. They may be putting love in you, make you think, oh, that's a loving thing. I don't know. But we're not going to get to the bottom of it if we don't talk about it. These things are hard to talk about. I know it is in my case, because most of my life I was wrong. I was wrong. I was standing in Phoenix trying to film Hellbop with the UFOs right on the other side of me. And I wouldn't even turn the camera around to click on it because my belief was so strong. I've got other stories similar, but anyway, I don't want to remain stupid the rest of my life. So I am putting this out there, knowing my family and friends are going to laugh at me and call me names and things like that, like we all have to go through, knowing in the end that they're going to see the truth. So thank you very much for watching. I want to get this out to you and start filming more and more. I'm going to start filming everything I can about this whole process taking place, and you should be too. We need to document this time. Us human beings have got to document this time that we was aware of other beings. We've got to document it the best we can. And I'm doing that like this. I have some stories I'm going to come out and talk about of myself, but there are much better stories out there that we need to hear about. They're sacred. We need to be told, and we need to listen to those stories. If you have any of those stories, please contact me or someone else that would share these stories. If you don't want to be known, we'll keep you out of it. But the stories themselves need to be talked about. We all have a piece of the puzzle. Let's add our piece to the mix and see what we have. Thank you very much. My name is Robert, and I'm interested in finding out the truth. And you should be too. Thank you.
During the shower with the water running over your head, a strange sensation envelops you, and suddenly you realize you're inside a room with 3 green extraterrestrial beings staring at you intently. In a moment of shock, the realization sinks in that these beings are not here to harm you. Instead, their gaze seems to convey a sense of wonder and intrigue about your existence. As the water continues to drench you, the aliens start to emit colorful lights, creating an otherworldly ambiance that fills the room with an unexpected warmth and calm.